Hello there everybody, this is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition playthrough. Last time, we went to the capital city within Aircy, Alchemoth, and found out about Melia's hidden heritage. So, not only is she not a Homs, she's actually half Homs, half High Entia. And after we found all that crap out, we also took care of a few things within the High Entia tomb. Melia has received the blessings of her ancestors to ascend to the throne, and she's now going to be the ruler of Alchemoth at some point. But before the ceremony could even begin, the faced Mechons decided to invade this world. So, this place is now currently under attack, and we need to hurry up to Prison Island, power up the Monado, and take on the faced Mechon, and destroy them as soon as possible. And along the way, we also have to rescue the Emperor before he ends up getting killed. I mean, it's a vision that keeps happening over and over again. And if we don't do something, he's gonna die.
This fly infestation is beginning to bug me.
Unmanned craft built by ancient High Entia. Is it too much to hope this is the last of them?
Ginormous things at 12 o'clock.
Ancient creatures that were sealed within Prison Island. They have us in their sights.
They must be our target's pets.
Perhaps.
Let's see how they like this. Die!
Prison Island is just ahead.
Do we need to use the transporter?
We do. But first we must unlock the seals.
Seals?
We need to unlock 2 seals to reach Prison Island. Then a door will appear before us, showing the way.
Got it. Move, everyone.
So, at the very least, even though the faced Mechon are fighting it or even though the faced Mechon are duking it out in the skies above, fortunately they won't try to attack us in any way, so we can just leisurely take our time and just go and release the seals to access Prison Island. So, that's a good thing. But, one thing to keep in mind is... Okay, I don't even know what I was going to even say. But, even so, we don't need to worry about the faced Mechon suddenly coming out of nowhere to ruin our day. Although, that would be pretty cool if they did try to fight us and stop us from going to Prison Island. I mean, that one faced Mechon, aka Metal Face, he seems to have a bit of a vendetta against us. And, for story reasons, it perfectly makes sense. But even so, as cool as that may be, we can't exactly deal with faced Mechon right now. So, one other thing I will mention here is, in between the last session and this one, I did level up everyone to level 45. Just to brown things out just a little bit. And Another thing I did, I've also changed everyone's clothes around just a little bit. I didn't really change out their outfits all that much. It's basically the same series, just a different color, and that's really all there is to it. I've also changed around a few people's weaponry as well, just for a little shake and variety. And when I say changing weaponry, I mean like their cosmetic weaponry, not so much their actual weaponry of which they have equipped. Because trust me, I don't want to unequip their best weapons that I currently have given them. Just saying, doing that would be a very bad time.
This represents no problem whatsoever.
Don't get careless, guys.
Okay, all done with that. Next! So, you may be wondering, why is it that I'm not fast traveling to the SEALs locations right now? And the simple reason for this is because we did accept a fairly decent amount of side quests in the last session. And so as a result, I figured I'd try to complete as many as I can on the way to the SEALs. So let's see here. Let's head over here. Why? Well, there are two reasons. First is simply because one of the quests that we're currently tracking kind of requires us to come over here first. And the second reason is because we have to come over here anyway for the story quest. All done. That's another quest down. Monster Quest 3. That's pretty neat. Wow, another quest complete? I didn't even expect that, but hey, it works. What can I say? Killing 3 birds with 1 stone. God, I love being able to do things so efficiently like that. It's just so freaking cool. And funny enough, if you're not using expert mode, completing multiple quests like this really awards you quite handsomely. And I really mean handsomely. It's kind of unbelievable if you really think about it. A lot of these quests reward you a ton of experience, as well as gold. I mean, the early game quests may not do that, but it does add up over time, trust me. It really does. And another one down. That's 4 quests down in one area. Well, technically speaking, it's more like 3, but still, you get the idea. And also, like I said before, just exploring and discovering fast travel locations really does make a difference when trying to complete story-based quests. It really does, trust me. And funny enough, since we're strong enough, these guys normally would be guarding this seal, but we don't even need to worry about that because we could just walk right past them, no problem, and just press the button and be on our way. Kind of hilarious if you think about it. What's even funnier is that I believe most enemies around here, since we bumped up our party level to level 45 for everyone, most enemies around here aren't going to be targeting us at all. And again, the reason why I chose level 45 is I figured that was a good round number to bring everyone up to, and I was trying to prepare more or less for the enemies that are going to be coming soon. And when I say soon, I mean like after this. after we're finished with the Era C
No
stuff.
problem whatsoever.
Ricky can win by himself.
Don't get careless, guys.
What's even more hilarious is that if you're speedrunning this game via New Game Plus, you don't need to worry about enemy encounters whatsoever. You really don't.
See life outside my world is not easy.
Everyone do good.
Cool. Let's keep this up.
Oh, man.
This represents no problem whatsoever.
Ricky can win by himself.
Don't get careless, guys.
Ether is flowing through me.
Shake your ass. Keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Another one down.
Witness my power.
Get smacked.
Things are going to plan. I see life outside my world is not
Alright, that works.
Let's stay focused.
Alright. Excuse me. Okay. Let's head on up here and activate the second seal and then get ready to head on off to Prison Island. Funny enough, Prison Island, at least at this point in the game, it's not a very big dungeon. But I will say this. I have a pretty big feeling that we're going to be exploring the place even further later down the line.
I am prepared. Just breathe. I wait. Let us use an ancient spirit of ice to me.
This'll leave a mark.
Breathe. I wait.
Another one down.
Sweet as when you can share it.
Victory to Ricky.
Hello. How y'all doing? You want a party? Then bring it. It's funny how a lot of these enemies just suddenly came rushing up the stairs. Well, more or less up the ramp. I bet you if I didn't target them, they would have left me alone. But since they are technically a part of a quest, I kind of need to take them down.
Focused.
Ricky like fighting easy.
There we go. Another quest down. Gotta love being efficient in things like this. Okay. And that's the second seal. However, we're not quite done yet. We can't go to Prison Island just yet, as there's still one more thing we kind of have to do before we can access the place. You'll soon see what I mean. Also, the reason why I'm heading over here towards the ether plant, well, two reasons. First, it was kind of a mistake. Second reason is there's a quest item down here, I think.
I fear I approach my limit.
No loose spirit is bad.
Okay. Perhaps I needed to speak to the NPC. My mistake. What can I say? Mistakes were made.
Yes?
Okay. So the next part of this particular quest line is literally just walk up to the thing and fix the turbines. Not too hard. It is a little bit time consuming, but really, it's not that bad if you think
Yes.
about it. There we go. Quest line complete. Okay, maybe not the quest line, but you get the idea. At least I hope you do. Alright. Time to release the seal and head to Prison Island. It's a fortified defense of which I've seen on satellite TV. It's located in the middle of the ocean and it's super strong. If you couldn't tell, I was trying to quote Sonic Adventure 2. with a same named location, but an entirely different place altogether. Okay.
Mechon! And something we've never seen before.
Big fish coming!
It is a big fish. Jesus, look at the thing. I wonder what it would taste like. Only one way to find out, and that is to beat the ever-loving crap out of it. So this thing is a level 40 enemy, and it can be a bit of a pain if you don't know what you're doing. Damn right. Get wrecked. I love showing off.
Can anyone explain what this thing is?
I believe it is one of the oldest creatures on Bionis.
And that would
I've only seen
be...
them as fossils, discovered around the capital. To find that they were trapped on Prison Island.
Was it protecting the island?
That would imply it's sentient. I believe it's responding to something primitive.
Primitive?
It doesn't care who or what we are. Its instinct was to defend against anything, but we'll never really know.
We're losing time here. We still haven't reached the island.
Ricky, go to island!
Okay. Well, after the big fish is done and cooked to a frickin' crisp, it's time to head to Prison Island.
Our forces can only take so much. The capital's defenses are sure to fall. Forefathers, grant me your wisdom. Iluna mel rukan taxis. Zuko aruke meruke hato. It can't be. A giant. So this is what was sealed away.
How long has it been, Emperor?
This is our first encounter.
It is not you that I speak to, but your blood. The blood that shackled me.
I see. Then I assume I do not need to tell you the reason I am here.
There is no need. I already know why you have come. Use it. That is the reason I am here, after all.
Damn.
How did they?
That light, it's... Father.
Wow. That's definitely a lot to take in. So, the Emperor's already at the very top of Prison Island, and as you can see, he wasn't the only one there. Upon releasing the shackles of Prison Island, we found out a pretty interesting secret, and that is, this place is holding prisoner a giant. And believe it or not, this giant is quite significant when it comes to the story. And you'll soon see what I mean. If not soon, then definitely very... I was going to say very soon, but more or less, you will know the significance of the giant, its identity, and why it was there in the first place. One other thing to keep in mind is that as you're traversing through Prison Island, a lot of the enemies around here are going to be around level 40-ish. I believe around level 40, level 35, somewhere around that point. I'm not too sure. Regardless though, be prepared, as you're probably going to be encountering a lot of fairly annoying enemies. A lightning element. Thanks, Ricky. Thanks for the good yoink. One other thing worth mentioning too is that a lot of enemies around here are enemies that have a sight symbol as well as elemental symbols. Well, more or less ether symbols, but you get the idea. Be careful when using ether-based arts, and also be careful when traversing around here. Shulk? We're kind of flailing like fish. Could you help? So, one other thing worth mentioning here is that if you end up getting thrown to the ground, in other words, toppled, it'll be a while before you are able to get back up again. Unless there's someone who isn't toppled, they can pick you up. And when they do so, or if you pick up another toppled person, then you'll gain some affinity between the person who picks up the person who was toppled, and that cures them of that particular status ailment. One other thing worth mentioning when it comes to topple is, when toppled, nothing really happens. You're essentially a sitting duck. You definitely don't want to be toppled ever. If you end up getting toppled, then you're going to be in some serious trouble. Especially if all three party members end up getting toppled, it's going to be a hell of a time trying to get back up on your feet, especially quickly. Also, use this opportunity to get your hands on some pretty valuable materials, as getting your hands on these after this point, it's not going to be easy.
Whoa! Big door. Whatever needed this door was massive.
Dino Beast!
It's just a statue.
Just a statue. Don't freak us out like that, Ricky.
Is this a person? I can't make it out.
This may very well be the appearance of my forefathers. The legends tell that they differed greatly to how we look now.
And this is what they look like.
Wait a minute. I've seen this thing somewhere before.
Oh, Dino Beast! Dino Beast!
You
Not
might be
quite.
right. It reminds me of the Telethia as well.
Did your ancestors build this island?
No. The stories tell of this place existing long before my people. No one knows for sure, but we think our forefathers are the ones who sealed it. I wonder what's hidden inside. Well, we'll know soon enough, I suppose. There. An engraving by the forefathers. I've seen this engraving around the capital. Many researchers have tried and failed to discover its meaning.
Hey, Shulk. That symbol.
Yeah. It's similar to the Monado symbols. There must be a connection.
Connection?
The sealed door of Prison Island. It is said only a true successor to the throne can open it.
Then the Emperor must be inside.
I believe so. Forefathers, I, your descendant, Melia Antiqua, stand before you. For the sake of our world, release the seal! Just like at the tomb.
What's it doing?
Aren't we going to help? Please, do not worry. It is necessary.
Well, would you look at that? The place is now open. Oh boy, another vision.
Heir to the Monado. Let the shackles be released.
What is it, Shulk? Get a move on. You saw it, right? Us bashing that Tin Man's head in?
Hold on a second.
Oh, here we go. I knew you'd start overthinking.
There's not much time, Shulk. We've got to go now.
Sharla's right. We'll miss our chance to take that murdering Mekon down. And save Melia's father, too.
Okay.
Looks like Shulk's doing it again. If there's something on your mind, you better say it. Anyway, welcome to the interior of Prison Island. So anyway, when it comes to this place, when you're first exploring here, even though it looks like you could explore quite a bit of this place, trust me, there's really not much of a need to do so. And I'll go ahead and show off what I mean. For those of you who are familiar with this game, this is also a very, very familiar sight, albeit less eerie, if you know what I mean. But anyway, when you approach these weird devices, these are technically teleporters. However, those teleporters are currently inactive, and they will remain inactive for quite a long time. But you may be wondering, how the hell is it we're supposed to make it to the very top of Prison Island? If the teleporters are out, what the hell are we supposed to do? Well, there are these dark corridors right here, almost ripping a page right from Kingdom Hearts. Step inside, or more or less stand in the middle of the swirling darkness, and boom, here we are. Up to the next floor of the Great Canyon. aka progression. And like I said, there's really no reason to explore this place right now. Believe me, I've actually tried to explore this place. And when I did explore before, it was a bit of a waste of time. But it was still fun to explore regardless. So, if you want to explore, that's up to you. You're not really going to be finding much of anything here. There's no treasure chests to speak of, nothing hidden whatsoever other than plenty of enemies to just bash their frickin' skulls in. Even so, just saying. Nice.
Let's keep this up.
Even though there are a lot of enemies around here, don't worry too much about whether or not they spot you. If they spot you, eh. If they don't, great. However you choose to proceed, you really shouldn't worry too much about the enemies around here. They'll only start coming after you if you start provoking them, or luring them over, or doing anything crazy. It can get overwhelming depending on the number of enemies that approach you, but really, it shouldn't be that bad. See? Nothing to worry about at all. And believe me, it may seem like it's kind of pointless them fighting the enemies around here, but trust me, there is a point. That point obviously being, I want to get my hands on some very nice items, of which they'll drop. Here we are. Darkness. Nani? Anyway, here we are. Welcome to the top of Prison Island.
We must be outside the tower.
Are we here?
I would say so.
This is it. This is the place I saw.
Melia.
Father! Father? Who is this?
Welcome, true heir to the Monado.
Huh? Who are you?
Good question.
Check that guy out.
Is this...
He's one of the giants, said to have become extinct eons ago. This is what our forefathers locked away.
I am Zanza, and I have waited centuries for you.
Sure, whatever you say, Zanza.
You waited for him? But I thought our forefathers imprisoned you here.
I forged the Monado. It is molded from me. All who wield the sword are made known to me.
You made the Monado?
Yes. I made it millennia ago to oppose Mechonis.
But why are you imprisoned?
The Monado controls the principle upon which life is based, the source of your existence, ether. Master the principle of life, and all things will bow to you. Your power would be infinite.
Kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet, huh?
The sword gives the wielder the power of foresight. And I myself once used that sword against the Mechonis and defeated it.
You're telling us you beat the Mechonis with that tiny thing?
Its appearance is merely an illusion. Its form morphs to conform to the will of its master. The power comes from within.
Neato.
But its power was feared by some. That is why the High Entia imprisoned me here long ago.
That can't be true. Our forefathers would have had better reason.
You are what you are. Do you not believe your own eyes? Open your mind, new ruler of the High Entia. The Monado is the blade of the Bionis, the only force that can oppose the Mechonis. As the wielder grows, so too does his ability to control all things. Yet there is still power trapped in the sword. The Monado is in shackles.
Shackles?
It is suppressed.
You mean...
Yes, it was this constraint that gave rise to Faced Mechon. Mechon which cannot be destroyed by the Monado.
This is beginning to wear thin. Where is it? Where's this power coming from? That? So he's come out to play. That's cheating. Can't have that. This is gonna be good. Try and stop my new toy. Catch this, Zanza.
Oh man, shit's about to hit the fan. Better release the shackles before it's too late.
These shackles... They must be the reason the Monado can't hurt people as well. Does that have something to do with the Faced Mechon?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Find that out by yourself. I will remove those shackles for you. But you must take the Monado and free me from this prison. Free me, and the Monado will cut down anything you wish. Nothing but a god can stand in your way.
Don't do it, Shulk.
But Melia, why?
Exactly.
Something's not right. The forefathers must have had good reason to seal him.
I need that power. I thought you of all people would understand.
I do, but it's just...
Hold on a minute. He only said he'd release this new power. Sounds like a good idea to me.
It does.
Melia, please understand. I must do what I set out to. The Mechon must pay.
And it's also foreseen within Shulk's vision anyway, so what's the big deal? Release the power and save some lives. Seems like a fairly good deal to me. I'm sure this won't totally backfire or anything. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Young Shulk, I will not force you. I ask for nothing in return. It is your choice.
I will.
Well, that was easy.
Heir to the Monado, your will shall be done. Let the shackles be released.
This party's over!
Uh-oh. It's the Spear of Justice! Damn!
No! Zanza!
Right through the heart. Jesus.
It's him! Metal Face!
Sorry we're late to the party. What do you think of our leader's gift?
How did you know we'd be here?
What's that? The poor insects are a little confused. We're here for the old fool. If he's dead, he can't power up the Monado. You being here's just an added bonus. Huh?
Are you sure about that?
A silver-faced Mekon.
Zanza? Respond, Zanza. I know you can hear me.
I sense thought waves.
Zanza, how many more will you sacrifice?
Who are you to talk to me? How dare you? You know nothing.
I am here to talk, Zanza.
Mekon! You will pay for what you've done!
Please wait. I mean you no harm.
Give us back Fiora! Give her back!
Donk.
I told you to stay out of the way, boy!
Shulk!
Weak and pathetic. Stupid buck!
Melia!
Look at you, worthless without the Monado. Isn't that right, young man?
What or who are you? How do you know me?
Let's see if this jogs your memory.
He moves like... But that's impossible! Gunbang!
Cease immediately. They are not our target.
Any final words? Die! Who dares?
Stop at once, Mekon!
Emperor!
Nice one, Emperor.
Father!
Are you hurt, Melia?
No. Father.
You're gonna pay for that. You bag of bones!
Melia!
Oof. Damn, that's gotta hurt. Well, damn, this is a mess.
Looks like he's had his wings clipped. Did you really expect to beat me?
Emperor. I failed you.
Heir to the Monado.
Huh? Zanza, you're alive. Give me the power I need.
I am now a mere shell. The power is already yours.
What?
The shackles have been broken. Wield the sword. It bends to your will. Think of your enemy, and the power to defeat them is yours.
Zanza. Mekon. It's not over. The people of Bionis will never let you triumph.
It's changing form!
Be careful. We cannot withstand such power.
Shulk!
Oh boy, so at this point now, Shulk's Monado has been upgraded from the Monado 1 to the Monado 2. And, my lord, it's pretty, it's big, and it's deadly, and it hits like a frickin' truck. So, as a result of this power upgrade, now we can finally, at least in a regular playthrough setting, now we're able to damage faced Mechon without any sort of problems whatsoever. At least Shulk can. And if he uses Monado Enchant, then everyone can deal damage to the faced Mechon. However, if you're obviously playing this in a New Game Plus setting, you were able to damage faced Mechon from the very start of the game. Just saying. Now then, Metal Face, it's time to bring the fucking pain! It's time for you to die! Damn! I'm surprised I only dealt about 95% of the damage, and it didn't fully deplete his health bar. That's interesting.
You will know the pain and suffering you caused the Emperor and Fiora!
Desist!
What?
Ho ho!
Look at him! The Monado was changed!
Good. Now you feel it. Swing the blade to your heart's content.
Wait. Is this what you truly desire, Zanza?
I see.
Whoa, what do we have here?
Suspected. You exist outside the pre-established harmony.
Is
It's
that
Fiora!
Hans?
And not just any Homs. It's Fiora!
Fiora. Fiora. You're still alive.
Holy shit.
Zanza, you have not changed at all. That is clear. But still, I cannot...
Do as you please.
Fiora! Wait!
My mission is complete. Returning to base.
You were lucky this time, dumb man. But next time, I'll slice you in two.
Fiora! It's me! Shulk! Fiora!
So, remember those instances of me accidentally spoiling the game? Yeah, that was the biggest plot twist of the entire game. Fiora is still very much alive.
We were too late. Again. I saw it. I knew it would happen.
Shulk.
Why? Why did this have to happen?
Father.
Melia, the hope of our people. You must not cry.
Don't say that. I don't care how improper it is. Let me cry.
Melia.
Why does it have to be me? If all it takes is to be half Homs.
Is that what you think? You are very much mistaken.
But...
To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate that you choose for yourself. As long as you remember this, it is certain that you will be worthy of that name. But remember this also. It is not because you are the hope of the High Entia that I love you. It is because I love you. And I wish for you to become that hope. Heir to the Monado, I leave the sword in your hands. The sword that my forefathers sealed away. With it, you can succeed.
Your Majesty.
Melia, cry for as long as you must. But when your tears are dry...
Father, no!
Melia, come with me.
Shulk,
You'll have plenty of time to think about your empire and your people's hopes. If you need me, I will be at your side. But you are an individual. You are Melia Antiqua. And you can't let them get away with this.
You're right. My foremost concern is making them pay.
Well played indeed, Zanza.
I do what is necessary for the world.
I could very easily have stood in for you.
Your sentiment is appreciated. I see a storm on the horizon.
Well, good news. The Monado is now powered up. Bad news. Unfortunately, we were not able to prevent this vision that we kept having over and over again. Also, more good news. Fiora is very much alive. And like I was saying, those instances of me accidentally spoiling the game was of her. The fact that she was very much alive, rather than being skewered or turned into Swiss cheese. Which, funny enough, if you played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, if you use Shulk's Final Smash, it spoils the twist. Why did Nintendo do that? Don't ask questions. Nintendo is just Nintendo.
And finally, Crown Princess Melia's accession will take place 1 year from today. Until such time, as decreed by the Crown Princess, I shall assume imperial duties as regent. If there is anyone who objects to said decision, state your grievances now.
All the ministries are unanimous. We have no objection to Her Majesty's decree.
Are you
To
sure
each
about
and
that?
every one of you, our thanks.
If I may, Your Highness, I would like to propose a round-table discussion on strategy concerning the Mekon.
Ah, what to do about the Mekon? Our defenses must be shored up immediately.
Not only our defenses, Your Highness.
Do you suggest an offensive approach? While the capital still licks its wounds?
The Ministry of Research has the ideal solution.
And that would be? Seriously, please explain. No? Alright, screw you then. I'm going home.
Friends act strange. A friend sad? Ah, Ricky's sad too, because of empty belly.
We're still mourning the death of the Emperor, you twat!
Don't get upset just because we're hungry.
Not hungry? Oh, Hum must have small bellies. Oh, Ricky jealous.
We've got to get our minds off this somehow. Dunban's locked himself away ever since we came back. Is it because of the girl who was operating that mechon?
Melia, how are you?
What do you mean? If you were talking about father, I'm fine. I have no choice but to look to the future.
You're stronger than me, Melia.
No kidding!
Do not mock me. More importantly, it is time you tell me who she is.
Alright.
We've known her all our lives. We thought she was killed in Colony 9.
She didn't even recognize us. She's not the Fiora I remember.
It looked a lot like Fiora. But if it was her, then I can't imagine how Dunban feels.
What did he mean?
Fiora is Dunban's sister.
I didn't know. Is this Fiora important to Shulk?
Important? She's more than important. She's the reason we're out here.
And funny enough, Fiora is way more important.
Fiora, why didn't she reply to me? Fiora. I better talk to Dunban. He'll know something.
Perhaps he will. So, for now, Shulk does temporarily step away from the rest of the party, but thankfully it's not for very long. And also, I'm pretty sure no other side quests open up until you get the party back together, if you know what I mean. Also, fast traveling, you can't do that right now. You do have to walk to your destination. Kind of annoying, especially if you're a speedrunner of this game, but I'm just saying. It is one of those moments where you do have to walk, and it is perfectly fitting as to why. But as I was saying, Fiora is a lot more important than they were saying. They're basically boyfriend and girlfriend at this point, at least Shulk and Fiora are, but as of right now, it doesn't appear to be the case.
I've been looking for you. So this is where you were.
Shulk. Apologies. Was everyone worried?
Of course. Me especially.
Hmm?
It's just... I've been thinking about Fiora. And I can't help wondering.
Wondering what?
You saw how Fiora acted. It was like she didn't even recognize us.
Yes. It's unsettling. But Shulk, don't get me wrong. I'm not sad. Even if she doesn't recognize me, I'm glad to know she's alive.
Dunban...
You see, Fiora was born many years after me. And, not long afterwards, we lost our father to a mechon. It was left to me to protect and raise her, almost like a father.
I was always jealous that she had you as her brother.
Ah, yes. You and Fiora used to be inseparable.
Yeah.
I need to tell you something. I always thought if Fiora were to be with anyone, it should be you.
What? But Ryan hangs out with her just as much as me.
Yeah, he does. But Fiora doesn't like him in that way.
Oh. I see.
He's a nice guy. Reminds me of myself when I was his age. All reckless and hot-headed. Probably why he's not right for her. Listen, Shulk.
Yes?
A lost life can never be returned. But she's alive. It doesn't matter that she's lost her memory.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Fiora and I have spent our entire lives together. The memory of that can't have disappeared completely. It's up to us. We have to help her remember. Help me, Shulk. Help me get her back.
You know I will.
Okay. Let's go tell the others.
I mean, weren't we kind of already planning on doing that anyway, while also bashing in some faced Mechon?
Hey, they're back.
Have you gathered your thoughts?
Yes. Sorry to be a nuisance.
Shulk, you too?
Yep. All thanks to Dumban.
I'm glad.
Forgive me. His Highness Callian summons you.
You think something's happened?
We won't know until we get there.
I wonder what this summoning is all about. Well, at least for now, everyone's back together, so that's a good thing. Let's see here. Any new quests? Well, kind of. I would say no. No new quests for this at this point in time. But we can at least finish one up, so that'll be a good thing. So, one thing I will mention here is that out of all the forms that you can get for the Monado, the Monado 2 is my second favorite out of the forms, and the final form for the Monado that you get, that one is my absolute favorite. And when we get to post-game stuff, you'll soon see what I mean. There you go. Here's your stiff farmer. This should help you at the very least. Here we are. Hey, coolio. Alright, time to head to the Ascension Hall. Funny enough, there is heart-to-heart out here. I'm not sure if I can access this now, or if I have to wait. I might have to wait on this. Oh, okay. That's perfectly fair. Alright. Let's take a look. Check that out. How high are we? Man, Alchemoth, what a place! Careful, another step and you shall not be seen tomorrow. How on Bionis did you get the entire city to float? Amazing. It's quite simple, really. Right, yeah, simple, she says. I can't get enough of this breeze, though. Makes me feel alive. I quite agree. Gazing upon our beloved land, it's a sight like no other. All those fears and worries just seem to melt away. So, you feel it too, eh? It reminds me of when I used to sneak out of school. I'd go and watch the clouds go by from the highest hill in the colony. I have to say that sounds just like you, Ryan. She'll come looking for me and we'd argue about me skiving off or whatever. He'd eventually give up and we'd hang out until school was over. What? But I cannot imagine Shulk being so naughty. Look, Shulk's always been a bit of a rule breaker, just like me. Poppycock! I cannot believe that Shulk is anything like you, Rhine. Oh, so that's how you think it is it? Tell me, if he's so different to me, what's he doing here? Whatever do you mean? Us two chose to leave behind our old lives and get revenge. Even though Dunban said something about treasuring life. The point is, Shulk didn't listen, and that's the Shulk I know. I see. If it doesn't... dang it. It don't matter what kind of danger there is out there. We live by our own rules. I somewhat get your point, Ryan. I am jealous in a way. I've spent my life constrained by the expectations of my peers. Well, my way works for me, and your way works for you. You can't just do random whatever because of all your responsibilities. But you think I'd last 5 minutes being top dog of your people? The mystery of health requires daily triathlons of all citizens. They'd be up in arms. Agreed. Best to focus on more suitable matters. Exactly. Now come on, let's find the others. Kind of unfortunate I screwed up that heart-to-heart, but oh well. Not a big deal. Thankfully, if you do screw up a heart-to-heart, at least your affinity is restored after the heart-to-heart ends. I thought for whatever reason, if you screwed up a heart-to-heart, then you lose that affinity and you have to build it back up again. Thankfully, that's not the case. It's just one of those things that I've only learned as soon as this playthrough began.
I apologize for calling you at short notice.
It's fine. Is anything wrong?
I must apologize to you all. Forgive our hubris. We High Entier were arrogant enough to idly sit behind our defenses, safe in the knowledge that Mechonis lies a great distance from our land, and we were wrong. Our decision to ignore the Mechon assault on your homeland was wrong.
Your Highness, does this mean...
Yes, Shulk. We will face the dangers ahead together.
Brother.
Which leads me to my request. After setting eyes on a group consisting of Homs, Nopon, and High Entier alike, I realized an allied army must be formed. I ask that you act as ambassadors for the assembly of this force. Tell me your thoughts, Shulk.
I need time before I make a decision.
I wonder what that's all about.
Does Shulk not wish to aid us in our mission?
I do not believe that to be true.
Then why?
Shulk has other people to consider. That wasn't like you, Shulk.
I'm sorry.
You know you can talk to me.
It's Fiora. That's why you're hesitating.
Yeah.
Knew it. You wouldn't think twice otherwise.
I just don't know.
Find her, Shulk.
Melia,
I used to believe my father did not love me. Until the day he died. If you do not grasp the importance of loved ones until after they are gone, that is simply too late.
Very true.
You're right, Melia. I've made up my mind. I'm going to get Fiora back.
You don't have to do this. I'll go and look for her myself. The burden should be mine.
No. I want her back as much as you.
Leave the ambassador stuff to me, Shulk. I'll probably make a mess of it, but we're a team. You can count on me.
I'm afraid that is my duty, Rhine. I am of both High Entia and Hom's blood. I am the Crown Princess, and of mixed heritage. Thus, I am best suited to carry out this task.
That means we won't...
Yes. I will remain here. We must say goodbye. Is that what you really want? Yes. But promise me, when you find her, you'll come back. I'll be here waiting for you.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. It's probably a good idea if I go and tell Callion myself.
I am sure he already understands. Besides, it's likely that the ministers are harassing him at this present moment. We should spare him any further inconvenience.
Then... this is goodbye.
Yes. Come back as soon as you can. We are in great need of your help.
Got it.
Why are you still here?
Listen, I'll keep an eye on Shulk for you.
Whatever can you mean?
Well, it's a risky strategy, letting Shulk go off and just hoping he'll come back to you.
Shulk and I are merely...
Yeah. But remember, the longer he's away, the more chance his feelings for you will fade. But once we find this Fiora, I will personally whisk him back here in a heartbeat. Don't give up.
I appreciate it.
Great. Don't worry, Melia. I'm on your side.
Brother?
I wonder what's up.
Just on your way out, I see.
It's not what...
I'm sorry, Your Highness. About your offer. We must humbly decline.
I see. Very well. Let us hope my sister does not shed too many tears.
I stay because I must, brother.
There's 2 Melias.
Rhyme wrong. This Melie smell different.
Yes. We need Melia to learn more of the lands of Bionis. But she is still bound to handle public matters. Hence, another Melia.
Callion.
Your Highness, Crown Princess. As your humble subject, I formally request the following.
Speak.
I request that you accompany Shulk in his quest to find the Mechon that attacked Alcamoth.
Are you sure?
Shulk, I am aware of everything. Go forth and follow your heart. There will come a day when we need you, but it is not today.
Your Highness, that means a lot to me.
That is one cool prince.
If only someone had his sensitivity.
Sensitivity? Well, I'm sensitive.
The jury's out on that one.
That's a relief.
We have recently received a report that the silver-faced Mechon fled to Galahad Fortress, the Mechon stronghold at Sword Valley. It will be a treacherous path. My sister is in your hands.
Thank you, Callion. I will keep her safe.
Regent, I accept your request. I will return victorious with Shulk.
I am most pleased.
Leaving without me?
Do you want to come?
To reach Galahad Fortress, you will need to travel through Valak Mountain on the right arm of the Bionis. The snow-covered mountains are fraught with danger. Those unfamiliar to them risk never coming back.
Of course you would be familiar with that region.
Then there's no point in wasting time.
Leave the Allied force to me. I am not known for my diplomacy, but call it pride. I shall succeed.
We'll join you as soon as we can.
I look forward to the day. Heroes of Bionis, make us proud.
You see? Now we're getting some respect.
We're back to this again, are we?
See you soon, Callian.
Excuse me. So, instead of Melia staying behind to help with the Allied forces, she's coming with us. And not just her, but a guest known as Alvis is joining us on our little journey as well. So, that's pretty sweet. And of course, still can't fast travel yet. Probably won't be able to fast travel until we leave Alchemoth, which that does make sense. I have a feeling we're going to run into someone quite familiar by the time we reach the exit of this place. And let me tell you, it's a well-deserved reunion, and you'll soon see what I mean. Off we go.
We will need to traverse Sword Valley if we wish to reach Galahad Fortress.
If Colony 6 were in better shape, we could have taken a pod from there. How are we getting there?
We will take the path down from the Bionis right arm. Sword Valley is where the arm meets the Mechonis sword.
Aha. So that's our route.
As I said earlier, it is a snow-covered mountain range, and you should expect a tough climb. Are we all ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Quite. First, we will head through Machna Forest. This short-range pod will be our transport. All aboard, people.
Okay. I know it seems kind of weird that we're going to be using a pod to technically go back to Machna Forest, but believe it or not, there is actually a reason why this pod is even here. Because even though it is taking us back to Machna Forest, it's going to take us to a part of Machna Forest that, technically speaking, we haven't really been to yet. And, yeah. That's really all there is to it. It's going to take us to a new location. And before I go, I want to see if there are any other quests I kind of open up here. So, if you're unsure if there's going to be any additional NPCs that have quests, don't be afraid to change the time a bit. Aha! I knew it! I knew there was going to be another quest around here. Definitely a good thing I'm getting this taken care of now.
Hi there.
Okay. Sorry, I had an itch in my eye.
What is it?
Oh. I was like, wait, why didn't the quest start? I was talking to the wrong person. Hang on a second. Okay. Sorry about that. I had an itch in my right eye. Alright, that shouldn't be too hard. In fact, we already have everything you need. So, that's pretty nice. I wonder if the quest will auto-complete. Nah, didn't think so. I figured that I would need to return to the quest giver, which that makes perfect sense, considering we are collecting these items for him. Cool. Alright, very nice to see that everything is all hunky-dory, so that is freaking sweet. So I think with this, if you complete this quest, this will open up some additional quests later down the line, which is honestly a good idea to take care of this. Otherwise, like I said, you will miss out on certain quests. I probably butchered that, but you get the idea, right? I really hope you do. Now then, before we head out, let's see if I can take on any more heart-to-hearts. Apparently not that one, which is unfortunate. How about the Imperial Vela? Can I take care of this one here? Nope, guess not. I guess that makes sense, considering that I believe the recipients are not even here right now, and we haven't progressed far enough into the story to even be able to get to that point. But alas, it is what it is. No big deal. So, you may be wondering now, why is it that I'm not fast traveling to the Ascension Hall, which is technically a place where I kind of want to go to next before leaving? And the reason for this is quite simple. It's because I believe this teleporter down here will take us to the throne room, where I want to go to anyway. So, yeah. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, but thankfully it's not that bad. I think there's one other thing worth mentioning here. I'm not too sure, but I think there is technically a way you can increase your movement speed when roaming around in the field. And this thing that you kind of need to get your hands on, I believe is a gem. I'm not sure if it's a weapon gem or if it's a armor gem. Regardless, it's one that allows you to increase your movement speed while roaming around on the field. I think if you go into battle, then the movement speed goes back down to normal, and then it ramps back up again. Not too sure. Alright, let's take a look at this. I would have never guessed you were a princess, Melia. I'm sorry I hid it from you. I was waiting for the right time to tell you, but it never came. I should have figured it out from the way you dress. I dress differently to other girls. It's not a bad thing. Really? That's quite a relief. I don't really know what other girls wear, so I was worried. Clothes really aren't that important. I like you the way you are. You could be a princess, a pauper, or even even from a crazy alien world. I'd still be your friend. I always will be. If you keep talking like that, you'll get back in my good books. But I do wonder what it would be like if I were not a princess. Nothing would change. I suppose not. I would most likely still have met all of you and traveled with you. But I don't know, Shulk. Sometimes I look at everyone and I get very jealous. You do? Why? Everyone is so ease with each other. They get to be themselves. I was brought up as a member of the High Entia Imperial family. But you're not stuck in this stuffy place anymore. You're free now. So go on, show it off, do something really crazy. It'll be our secret. You mean right now in front of you? No, I'm too embarrassed. I can't. please don't make me choke. You don't have to, it's fine. But give it some thought. I shall take your advice into consideration. And may one day you see me do something crazy. And I'm pretty sure that crazy thing is going to be coming up relatively soon. It's going to be fun. Alrighty. Let's see where this takes us. I'm pretty sure this takes us someplace different. Okay, this was kind of unexpected. Well, funny enough, that teleporter doesn't really serve much of a purpose except for just to mark another location. And that's really all there is to it. Just marking another location to get some more experience. Hello there.
Me.
So let me guess. You're the travelers that everyone in town is talking about, right? I've heard all about you from Professor Naroth and Ruthian. Ooh, what's going on here? I should go to the place of judgment in Satoral Marsh. Perhaps I will make a major discovery about our history. Wait, how do you know I'm going to head to the site of the ruins? Yes, I am fully aware of the potential dangers there. But do not worry, I am making solid preparations. The results of our research are finally within our grasp. Now is not the time to hesitate. Is that all? If so, I think I'll be going now. I do not wish to be disturbed, so please do not follow me. Oh, really? So, this is going to be one of those quests. So, this NPC, technically the quest giver, is heading to a pretty dangerous place. So, in order to prevent a tragedy, we kind of need to race there and defeat the monster of which she's looking to fight.
Me.
Otherwise, things are going to kind of go south incredibly quickly. And let me tell you, it ain't going to be fun. Alright. However, we're not really going to be worrying too much about that particular quest right now, because we have places to go and people we need to meet. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking of dedicating the next session from instead of progressing the story, we're going to instead be focusing on completing some side quests. But for now, let's head to Magna Forest and get this party started. Excuse me. Anyway, welcome back to the Magna Forest, everyone. At this point now, we're in a kind of different area. And there is a quest over here that is definitely worth doing. It may not seem like much since technically we marked a fast travel point, but trust me, doing this is kind of necessary. Help! Someone help! Don't just look, help! Oh dear, that's quite a problem. Alright. That shouldn't be too hard to get our hands on. In fact, we've already gathered some of the materials needed. Sadly, we don't have enough of the first material, the hood plank, or hood plank. But we should be able to get our hands on some without too much of a problem. Which I'll probably work on that in the next session. And besides, I believe you can fast travel to where you need to go to get these materials anyway. So that's pretty nice. Now, before we head on off to our next major destination, I kind of want to explore this area just a little bit to see if I can get my hands on some, not only some more materials, but also beat up a few other monsters, maybe do another quest or two along the way. Alright, that works.
We can't lose. Don't hold back. Let me out.
Ooh, this looks like a big boy, that's for sure. Funny enough, this particular monster is around level 43. Definitely a odd one out, for sure. Whoopsie. Well, whatever, no big deal. Get slashed, little boy. It's a fly, not a boy. What can I say? I'm pretty fly for a white guy. I'm terrible.
Let's do this. Leave it to Ryan. Make it a swift victory.
Alright. Let's get to this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's funny how a lot of the regular enemies around here, even though they're roughly around our level, they're not much of a threat whatsoever. Also, I intentionally went over there just to mark another fast travel point. Believe it or not, we're not quite done exploring this area yet. Why? It's quite simple, really. You see this strange structure down here? Well, obviously if I'm not turning the camera like 90 degrees. Regardless, looky here. It's a mysterious temple. I wonder what's inside. It's a secret area. Unfortunately, we cannot access this place right now. And in order to access it, we do need to complete some side quests in order to access it. Which, that does make sense.
We can't lose. Don't hold back. Let me at him.
And like I said, the area is technically optional, but it is definitely worth going there for sure. Especially if you're trying to get your hands on all the Monado arts in the game. I mean, you'll get your hands on basically every single Monado art in the game, with the exception of 2. The other 2 Monado arts will only be given to you after you complete certain quests. Get smacked. Still not what I'm looking for. Ooh, pretty little orb over there. I kind of want to touch it. Hello there. Don't be such a bat. Okay, what the hell am I even saying? I honestly don't even. Okay, is this the last of what we need? Yes, it is. Thank God. At least we got another quest done, so that's pretty sweet.
We can't lose. Don't hold back. Leave it to Ryan. Now perfect for a chain attack. I was bored. You never stood a chance.
Nice one, Ryan. That's why you're my boy.
Let's do this. Don't hold back. Leave it to Ryan. That was too easy. Let's not lose our heads, though. I can see this
Okay.
isn't pushing you at all.
Well, now that that's done and out the way, let's head on off to our next major destination, Volk Mountain. Let me tell you folks, Volk Mountain is my least favorite area in the entire game, and you'll soon see why.
Zanza is not dead. I feel it. Our tragedy unfolds once again.
Lady Maynard. Does that mean...
Indeed. I do not doubt that Egil too is aware. However, why free the Monado? Zanza must realize it is now a double-edged sword. And what reason could he have for choosing the boy? What is this? I am experiencing feelings for the boy.
Lady Maynard.
Vinaya, your swift repairs are appreciated.
Thank you.
I wish to see that boy again. To meet with the one who wields the Monado.
The boy? But my lady, is that not...
Is Egil aware of my reawakening?
He is not. As my lady wished, he knows nothing.
Then, there is no need to worry. I shall meet the boy. Besides, the Monado will draw him to me.
Flying off without me, huh? I know you from somewhere. Of course, I remember you. You're Dunburn's little sister.
I wonder how Metalface knows that. I'm pretty sure there's more to him than meets the eye, and you'll soon see what I mean. Anyway, welcome to Valak Mountain. Like I said, my least favorite area in the entire game. But, at least at night, it's really, really pretty, just like Satoru Marsh. So...
I could go for a hot cup of Dixon's home brew right about now. We're not built for this cold.
It is to be expected. This climate is as different to your home as it gets. It only snows this high up on the Bionis.
Ricky hate cold.
This can't be nice for Ricky. He's from Matna.
A little further down is Sword Valley, right?
Yes. But before then, I must show you something.
Me?
You, Shulk. Do you not see? That tall formation that looks like a tower. Ruins, to be precise.
Ricky see it? Bigger than Big Tree in Village.
We can rest there. I'll explain everything then.
Sounds good to me. But before we head out, of course, there's some people I kind of want to speak to around here.
Yeah.
Thankfully, all these people are just nameless no-pawn merchants, so you don't need to worry about talking to any named NPCs around here, as there's no named NPCs in their right state of mind that will ever come to this place, which makes sense.
Yeah.
At least as far as I remember. I might be misremembering like 1 or 2 people who come around here, but even so. When approaching the top of Valk, or this part of Valak Mountain, be sure to speak to this particular no-pawn at least 4 or 5 times, as he has several quests that he has up his sleeves. Alrighty. And believe me, it's a good idea to pick up all of his quests. That way you can take care of them as you're descending this mountain. But, before we start making our way down the mountain, I kind of want to make my way further up this mountain. I know it seems kind of weird, but trust me, there is a point to this. Believe me, this place is quite a pain to navigate through. And, funny enough, one slip up and your ass is falling all the way down to the pits of hell. Funny enough, it's really easy to end up slipping and falling from this place. It honestly is. So be careful with that. Also, I believe the enemies around here are around level 45-ish. Level 45, level 47 maybe. Closer to level 50 than some of the other enemies we've been fighting as of yet.
We can't lose. Don't hold back. Leave it to Rhyme.
Okay, come at me, asshat.
Perfect for a chain attack. We got through that pretty good.
That was easy enough.
Let's press on.
Okay. What I'm trying to say here at this particular moment is that it may seem like there's not exactly a point in traversing this part of the mountain. And if you're trying to get from point A to point B, then you would be right in this regard. However, the reason why I'm heading up this way is mainly to mark a few points of interest in this place. There are quite a few fast travel points, and funny enough, they're very far spread out throughout the entirety of this mountain. What makes this place my least favorite to navigate through in the entire game is mainly due to the fact that there's a lot of narrow platforms that you need to navigate your way through, at least when you're trying to traverse this place. Wow. This thing, I swear. Anyway, this particular enemy's spike is a rather nasty one. What happens is, if you attack it physically, then it will inflict the slow status on you. What that will do is that it will slow down not only your overall movement speed for the battle, but it'll also slow down your attack actions. So in other words, your auto attack. However, it doesn't affect your arts. What's really nice is that the charge rate, even if you're inflicted with the slow status, it doesn't affect the charge speed at all. It only affects your base movement speed as well as your auto attack speed. So, nothing to worry about when it comes to slow. Honestly, I don't find it to be that bad. The only time I would find it to be bad is if you're trying to run away from an enemy and it inflicts slow on you, in which case it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to run away from battle. That's for sure. Now then, let's continue, shall we? Like I said earlier, just like with Satoru Marsh, this place really comes alive at night. Mainly due to the fact that this place is overflowing with ether. So much ether, in fact, it can make one's head spin. It is quite a magnificent sight. Especially if you make your way up the mountain in certain places. Trust me, it's quite fascinating. And like I said, it's very easy to end up slipping and falling off of this mountain. And there's not exactly a whole lot of places where you can cushion your fall. Also, want to see something funny? Watch this. Whee! Ow.
Going well. The fight has only just begun.
So, funny enough, if you slip and fall on the ice, for the love of Pete. Come on!
Don't hold back. This one's mine.
Nice.
Anyone? Not bad. Not bad at all.
Alright. one other thing worth mentioning around here is if you're trying to do monster quests or gathering materials which only spawn from certain monsters, a lot of enemies are flying in the air, so it's going to be really difficult to even initiate battle with them. So that's kind of annoying. Even using the lore tactic is really damn difficult. It really is. It's definitely one of the more annoying things to think about. It really is. And that's one of the reasons why I am not a fan of this place. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible to navigate through, but it's more annoying than anything. At least when navigating this place during the daytime, the music is quite fitting for a place like this. It really is. There's also a lot of different ways you can navigate through this mountain. Some you can... There's a path of which you can just charge right through the enemy stronghold and just fight everyone you see. Or you can take a side route and see more of the mountain. Mark some more fast travel points. And even discover a secret area or two, which really is a good idea. There's also plenty of blue orbs scattered throughout the entirety of this place. Okay. Let's see here. So, as I've mentioned before, this whole mountain can be a bit of a pain to navigate. Especially if you don't know where the hell it is you're supposed to be going. What you're supposed to do is start making your way down this mountain until you reach around the halfway point. In which case, you'll be given a story-based quest which you must complete in order to progress. Apologies for the tongue twister there. Anyway, before we continue, I kind of want to see what's up this way. I believe heading this way and taking a bit of an alternate path will take us towards another secret area, which is definitely worth getting your hands on. Then again, maybe I can't go this way. Nope, I can't. Alright. Whee! Ow. And believe me when I say this, you kind of want to resist taking different paths for the time being until you start the story-based quest. It's kind of weird to say that, but believe me, it's worth it. As completing the story quest will allow you not only access to further parts of the game, also hello there. These are some pretty powerful enemies. You definitely don't want to mess with them. They may look a bit familiar, but trust me, they're a lot stronger than they look. It's kind of surreal to see, but trust me. You definitely do not want to mess with them. Not unless you already are at level 99, in which case, go nuts.
This isn't going well. Steel yourself. The fight has only just begun.
So one other thing worth mentioning here is that while you're navigating your way down this mountain, there are plenty of places where you can not only slip off and die, but...
The enemy's weak, but don't drop your guard.
Okay, that's really all there is to it. There are a lot of ways where you can slip off and die. There we are. That was easy. Too funny, but it's true. They were nothing but a bunch of jokers. I really wish I could explore this place a little more, but Right now, it's not exactly the best time to do so. Because those places where I want to go are kind of gated off for story reasons. You may have noticed some ice walls, or at least an ice wall that I tried to access earlier, but I couldn't. Even during a New Game Plus playthrough, you have to get a key item which is not carried over from playthrough to playthrough. And this key item is only able to be gotten during a story quest, in which you're required to get this item anyway. So, again, no big deal. I don't mind waiting a bit. You know what they say, good things come to those who wait. One other thing I really dislike about this place is that most of the time you're just running around a barren wasteland. I mean, sure, there are some enemies scattered throughout and about, and you can go and kick their asses and all, but even so, it's mostly empty. Also, say hello to chickens. No, seriously, that is the name of that species. They are literally called chickens. Don't ask questions. Don't ask why they're called chickens. Don't be a chicken. Be a duck. Oh my god, I'm crazy. Now, you may notice that there is another line that is heading down below us. And let me tell you, folks, that line, don't be heading towards there so quickly. Otherwise, you're going to become a human pancake, and it's not going to be a fun time for anyone. Trust me. I mean, even here, I didn't take that much damage, but like I mentioned earlier, fall damage is purely percentage-based. Now comes the fun part of this place. At least it's not a complete crapshoot. Whee! Also, don't forget to jump at the right time. Otherwise, you're going to be in a drink and it's not going to be fun. Oh my. Talk about... Ow! Well, that was unexpected. Gotta love that momentum, carrying Shulk all the way through the tunnel and just killing him on impact. Well, whatever. At least the, just before the tunnel marks a, fast travel point, aka another landmark. So, that's pretty sweet. Also, don't forget to jump here. Even though you're technically not supposed to jump there, you're supposed to just let the momentum carry you to the very end of the place and just simply drop down. Trust me, there is a reason why I'm heading over here. And it's solely due to a unique monster that's here. So, let's go kick its ass now, shall we? One thing I will mention here is be careful when fighting the unique monster around here. It tends to hang out around the edge of the arena. And usually if a monster hangs out around the edge of the arena, then they may try to push you off, and thus end the battle early. So if that happens, you just simply walk away, the enemy's fully healed, and you just waste a whole bunch of time for absolutely nothing. Also, I did not mean to activate Battle Soul. What Battle Soul does is that it will charge up Shulk's talent gauge, and depending on the level of Battle Soul, it'll charge it anywhere between, I believe, 20% to around, I believe, 75% at max level. I'd have to take a look at the art to find out for myself. In fact, that might not be a bad idea. Here we are, Battle Soul. Okay, so it's at 58%. I was, I guess, being a bit too generous. Now then. Seems like Ricky's really, just about finished his Cowardice skill tree, which is awesome. Believe me, there was definitely a point to coming over here, and it was mainly due to fighting the unique monster. And that's really all there is to it. Just the unique monster, and also maybe even a few enemies. So you may be wondering, how do we proceed from here? We just simply walk off, land into the water, and just proceed. I mean, if you're trying to head this way without dealing with the spider horde, you just simply let the momentum of the ice slide carry you, and don't push the jump button. Anyway, around this point is about the halfway point of Valak Mountain, and there's also a second Nopon camp here, which allows you to purchase some new weapons. I think the inventory of which he has is the same versus the one at the very top, or maybe not. Not too sure. Regardless, we have everything we need. Perfect. We're good to go. Okay, so we do have a named NPC around here. That's interesting. I thought for sure that there wouldn't be a named NPC here, but turns out there is. I think there's technically supposed to be 2 of them. But the reason why we only have the one there is because the other one is kind of missing in action.
Everyone, let's go! Leave it to Ryan. Make it a swift victory. Right, let's do this. I hate these things. Make it a swift victory. Well done. You're a lifesaver.
Come here.
All right, do it. Let's press on. Who else wants some?
So, one thing you definitely want to do before you proceed to where you need to go to progress the story, you want to mark another fast travel point, and a pretty specific one. I've seen speedrunners do this, but it's definitely worth grabbing regardless. And it's really useful for casual play as well. Trust me. It really is. Now to fight some more chickens! What a stupid name. I mean, not as dumb as D-Ragon, but even so, just saying. Kind of dumb names for an enemy. Next to a paperclip, or a safety pin, or a pacifier. Know what I mean? Okay. Funny enough, there's actually a heart-to-heart around here, and can I access this? Yes, I can. I thought I'd have to wait a bit, but thankfully no. All I need is Ricky. No, I want to view it. I thought the game crashed for a minute. I would have been really upset. Ricky, got a second? I want to ask you something. Ricky, what are you doing? Ricky love hot water. All Nopon love hot spring. Oh, right. Gotcha. The water actually looks kind of chilly, though. Not too hot, not too cold. My mistake. I thought it just looked cold. Ricky look across snowy hills and enjoy hot water. It perfect, Shulk. I don't really see the appeal, but if you like it, that's cool. Shulk jump in water too. You want me to join you in there? Otherwise, Shulk never know how good hot spring is. I guess you're right. Do not worry, Shulk. Shulk will like water, same as Ricky. That seems perfectly fair. Ah! The geyser blew him away! Time for me to make a run for it. Sorry, Ricky. Oh dear. I'm sure he's fine. See? He's already here. So anyway, this fast travel point I want to mark on my map, I believe is around here-ish? If not, it's a little bit further down the mountain, and I'm thinking of somewhere else. You'll soon see what I mean. Isn't there... Aha! As I thought. I knew it was, around there. The lava cave is technically an area that we could technically go and explore right now, and I can't believe I said technically in the same sentence twice, regardless. We could go and explore the place right now, but there's not much of a point. As, believe it or not, our next story quest is going to take us over there anyway. So, no need to worry about that. Besides, it's a better idea to explore other parts of this region first. What's even more hilarious is that a lot of enemies around here are very docile. So what that means is that you can just simply walk past them without too much of an issue, even if you're severely underleveled. So long as you don't provoke them, you're good to go. However, enemies that are roaming around this place at night are not of the same virtue. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, I'm talking about the fact that sometimes the enemies will target you if you're not careful. But for the most part, you really shouldn't worry too much about that. Anyway, welcome to the... whatever the hell the name of this place is.
Ruins. I wonder who built them.
Elvis? This the place you meant?
It appears to have frozen over while I have been away.
Been away?
Pay me no mind. We will need to do something about the ice before we can enter.
Throw hot water on ice.
Yeah, nice one, genius.
Precisely. There should be a geyser nearby. In the cave next to it, we will find a stone called magma rock.
And we can use this rock to melt the ice.
I believe so. So, shall we head to the cave?
Sounds good. Start looking for a geyser, everyone.
And it's not just any geyser, it's an old geyser. Haha! But, yeah. What's even more hilarious is that, I believe that is how it's pronounced in the United Kingdom. It's not geyser, it's geyser. Why? It's like saying tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Who cares? It's a pronunciation thing. Don't worry about it. Oh, lordy. Sure are a lot of foxes around here, or rabbits. Or hawkses. Okay. I'm crazy. Anyway, this place is not too big to navigate through. There are a lot of elementals as well as bats. So one thing to keep in mind is that when you're dealing with elemental enemies, be prepared to take these guys down as quickly as possible. Otherwise, they'll explode and ruin your day. Well, that was A pretty good chain. Not great, but still, it was something. Got the elemental taken care of. Oh. Okay, I don't even know where I was going with that. Ooh, cool. Nice one, Ricky. Alright. Let us proceed. One other thing I will mention here is that at the very end of the Magma Cavern, there is a unique monster that could end up wrecking your face. So, be prepared for a pretty annoying fight. And you'll soon see what I mean. First, though... Oh, hi. Was not expecting you to be here.
Yeah, Dumba, go. All right, I'm feeling it. Come on, we can do it.
Well then. So much for that. Now then. Okay, let us continue now, shall we? Thankfully, it's not too much further, and technically speaking, we don't have to fight this unique monster that appears around here, which is this thing. But I'm going to choose to fight it, because why the heck not, right? One other thing worth mentioning here is that this unique monster does have a bit of a tendency to attract other monsters in the area. So that is something to keep in mind. So one other very annoying thing about this unique monster is that it tends to hang out in the lava pit, and if you are in the lava for too long, then you will start taking damage. What's even more annoying is that your party members do not know this fact and just love to hang out in the frickin' lava. And will sit in there and bathe in it until they die. So, if you want to deal with this without, oh, man. It's definitely been a while since we've had a vision. That's for sure. Okay. So, one other thing worth mentioning here is that even though the elemental or the lava can damage your party, it thankfully cannot completely kill your party. The only thing that will kill them is if... The only thing that can possibly kill them is basically any move. Where the hell is Dunban? There he is. Oh, God damn it. Honestly, at this point, I think it might just simply be a better idea to ignore reviving my party. Which, funny enough, when it comes to your party, you don't have to necessarily revive them unless you really need their support. Damn it!
Got it. This is the Monado's power. Monado powers. It's not over yet. Here I come. Soaring tempest. Time is coming.
I'm kind of surprised that Dunban was able to chain attack with me for as long as he did. So one other thing worth mentioning here is... Huh. Alright, that worked out. Definitely a lot better than I was expecting, for sure. So, one other thing worth mentioning here is that after reviving a party member, more than likely they're going to be in a very low morale-like state. In other words, their tension is going to be very, very low. As soon as you revive them, it's a good idea to get next to them and raise their morale back up. In other words, raise their tension. Well, I will say this. We got kind of lucky with the fact that the elemental decided to simply kill itself. Normally that would result in your death, but for whatever reason, it didn't. So what the hell is up with that is beyond me. Now then, we got another unique monster that we must fight and deal with in order to progress. Thankfully, this particular unique monster is way easier to deal with than the last one, but the problem of your party members bathing in lava until they die is still a major concern. So that is super freaking annoying. Oh, there we go. All done with that. Now then, let's see what we got. Pretty much nothing. I mean, we got a new piece of armor, but really, that was about it. Honestly, I was kind of expecting this to go, quite badly. Oops, where the heck am I going? I actually meant to return here, as this is where we're supposed to go to next. So, with the magma rock, we can now melt these ice walls, which is awesome.
The letters are worn and difficult to make out, but it's definitely the language of the High Entia. They look just like the lettering on Prison Island.
If only we could.
Oh, okay, that was easy.
Just walk inside.
This place.
Something up, Shulk?
No, it's just... I feel like I know this place.
Deja vu.
I'm not sure, but... I thought I had it. I can't seem to recall.
Are you all right?
What? Must be tired. Don't worry.
This is Osse Tower. Built by the High Entia to house and protect the Monado. The ceremony of seers was conducted here. It is also where the Homs found the Monado.
Wait, you mean...
Well, that's interesting.
So this is where the Monado was kept. My dad took it from here. Have you always been able to see the future? You told me you were from a long line of seers. Did you have the ability from birth?
Once, I too came into contact with the Monado. Those that are to be seers must touch the Monado. and a chosen few receive our power. That is the ceremony of my family.
And the ceremony was held right here.
Shulk, why do you think we can see the future?
I hadn't really thought about it. After I grabbed the Monado, I just saw things.
Your visions are the flow of ether itself. Ether is the very source of our world's existence. Where and how much ether there exists now and in the future can be predicted. Therefore, in principle, the future of living beings such as us can also be predicted. And there is one thing that makes possible the visualization of those predictions.
You mean the Monado?
The Monado can disrupt the ether, allowing you to release certain powers, which means...
My visions, under the same principle, are there to disrupt the future.
With no one to control the outcome, the future will never change. But what if someone were to disrupt the future? What then?
The future would be changed. Is that how Zanza planned to defeat the Mechonis? But why go to such lengths? What happened all those years ago?
Did you think it was just a myth?
I used to only believe in what I could see. My home, my friends, the Monado itself. I knew those things were real.
But when you took the Monado in your hand, you gained the ability to see that which was not meant to be seen.
Are you saying I should stop?
You are a fluctuation. As a fluctuation, you exist outside the results of your predictions. The more you accept this existence, the more malleable the world becomes.
And what does that mean exactly?
In fact, you have no choice but to accept it. Good morning. Did we sleep well?
Oh, I can't feel my face or feet. What do you think?
Ryan not tell truth. Ryan snoring make Ricky think of Orluka.
Oi! I don't snore.
Nice.
Sword Valley is just around the corner.
What's up, Dunban? I wonder what that's all about. Well, anyway, I do know that there is a heart-to-heart here, but I don't think you can view this one just yet. You have to wait quite a while before you can even view it. Or you can view it now. Alright, that works. Dun dun, Ricky not like here. Ricky go brr inside and outside. Yes, it's bitterly cold. No, Dun Dun not right. Ricky means something different. Well, what then? Tell me. Ricky instinct, tell him. Ghosts are here. Ghosts come out and fight Ricky. Hereupon kapow you away. Who exactly are you ranting on at, Ricky? Dun Dun. Dun Dun must leave now, not safe here. I do sense something strange in the air. It's not right somehow. Maybe you are onto something. Dun Dun know what ghost is? I'm going to tell you a story, Ricky. But first, a question. Do you know anything about the Monado expedition team? Alvis tell Ricky some information. Shulk was one of team members. Ricky was very surprised. That's right. 14 years ago, the team set out to try and find the Monado. They found it here in these ruins, but only one of them came home. That was Shulk. Shulk's Dadapon and Mamapon not come here? No, they did not make it back. Perhaps the Monado rejected them, or perhaps... When Ricky come here, Ricky feel different. Ricky sometimes hear voice worried about Shulk. Is that so? You got an instinct for this. I didn't hear a thing. Here is special place to Shulk. Ricky remember that and not kapow ghosts. I think from what that is telling us, Ricky has the ability to sense the presence of the dead. In other words, he has a keen sense of the supernatural. Funny enough, animals in real life can sense the supernatural way more than that of us humans, which is quite interesting. And yes, the supernatural is a very real thing. And I would say be afraid of it, but it's also quite fascinating. Some of these unnatural things just happen because reasons. It's kind of surreal if you really think about it. It's also kind of nuts to see as well. There are so many things of which cannot be explained by normal means. And I do know that, technically speaking, I could go back up Valak Mountain and start melting some ice walls. But I'm not going to be worrying about that right now. I'm going to wait a little bit. Probably not until the next session when I start going after and cleaning up some side quests. Because trust me, there's a lot of quests I kind of want to take care of as soon as I can. And let me tell you folks, it's quite a lot of fun if you really think about it. Plus, I believe around the events of Sword Valley is when more quests start opening up. And I think it's a good opportunity to not only complete the quests we currently have in our agenda, but also start taking on some additional quests too. I thought for sure one of these things were a unique monster. I guess not. Also, say hello to these things. You don't really need to worry about them too much. Honestly, you really shouldn't. But still, they do drop some fairly neat items, so finding them may not be a bad idea. They are very big and bulky, so it might take a little bit to knock them down, especially if you're trying to topple them. But really, it's not that bad. It really isn't. There we are. Nicely done. Let's see what we got. Alrighty. Oh! A vision! This is Soulless Ice Rock? We got two like Peppino asked for. Now Peppino and Be Happy. That's interesting. Gonna be needing that for a future quest down the line. That's pretty sweet. Also, as you can see, there is a exclamation point not too far off from our destination. I wonder if I can take care of this now, or if I have to wait until we take care of the next major thing. I'm going to guess we'll probably have to wait, which I'm not against that, but I kind of want to take care of this now. And besides, it's a good idea to take care of this as soon as we can anyway. As, believe it or not, I believe this is the second named NPC whom we need to take a look at anyway. So, heading over to the Great Glacier area, there's this ice wall here, which, if you remember, we've melted an ice wall like this earlier. Let's head inside and speak to, you. The Nopon researcher. I thought he was a named NPC. I guess not. Help's come at last! Me messed up and chickens catched me. No, now me can get back to other researchers. Alright. Oh no! This is time that guards come every day. Chickens won't let me get away. Get rid of them so no one can come after me. Okay. Chicken's morale low right now, but you still need to be careful. Alright. Let's take care of the chickens now, shall we? So, upon starting this quest, 4 chickens show up to try to block the exit and get in your way. Thankfully, it's not too difficult to deal with whatsoever. It really isn't. Nice. By the way, I'm pretty sure that even if you manage to kill one and you end up kicking the bucket against some of the other ones, it won't be too bad. Because the ones that you have left all... I think the only ones that remain will just be the ones that remain. So upon respawn, and you return to this area, you can take care of this. And take care of the ones that are left. There we go. Quest is done. I know how to thank you. That's the second time you helped me. There we go. Glad everything worked out. Chicken week lately? There might be a reason to that. Oh yeah. I have no time to be hanging around here chatting. I need to meet up with my friends and tell them my information. Oh, it's top secret information about chickens. Other than the fact that they love to play against death himself by walking around the KFC. Well, no need to worry about that whatsoever. I believe completing his quest will open up some additional quests down the line. As far as when they open up, I believe they'll start opening up, like, right now? Or just a little bit later. Nice one, Dunban. That's why Dunban's the man. You know what I mean, folks? He's the undiscutable Duncan. I know, I'm beating a dead horse here. Blunders like this can never be forgiven on the internet. Nor will they be forgotten. Let's see what we got. Snow oil. That's definitely a new piece of clothing I never got my hands on before. Interesting. I don't think it really does anything to benefit me, especially considering I'm running around with late game equipment on. But you don't really see that cosmetically. It's the silver-faced Mechon. AKA Fiora.
It is you. Hey, that's Fiora!
No shit, Sherlock.
Young heir to the Monado. We meet again.
Fiora!
Fiora? Is that my name?
It is.
Then you know this body?
So it's true. You really don't remember us at all. Fiora, listen! If nothing else, you must remember your family. That's Dunban over there.
Family? There is family. Wielder of the Monado. There is a matter I must speak to you about.
Whoa!
Fiora! What was that?
Hello there, asshat. We meet again.
Metal face. Stay alert.
You killed my father!
Get him! Get away from her!
No, let's all calm down. If I slip, I might mess up her hair.
You're disgusting!
Would you be so kind and hand over that dangerous toy you have? I could take it after I smash you all to a pulp. But we wouldn't want that, would we?
All right. You can have it. But only if you let her go.
There's a good boy. Always eager to please, Shulk.
But you're...
How's it going, Dunman?
Is that...
Here he is, the man of the hour.
Munkar. I thought it might be, but you're to blame for all this.
I can't tell you how badly I wanted this sword. Has this puny boy even figured out how it works yet? What are you willing to do? Would you even kill a Homs to beat us?
You dare ask that of us? Why did you betray us to Mekonis? Why did you kill our friends at the colony? Why?
You wanna know? Because it's your home.
You piece of...
Piece of shit!
Stay where you are. That thing works by remote. So unless you want me to put a hole in her neck... So what's it to be, weaklings? Grovel at my feet and beg?
We will not bow to you!
Whoa, Melia, isn't that kind of reckless?
You'll pay for that, princess!
You're a traitor, Munkar, and you're not getting away.
Hello there, welcome to the stream. You're just in time for one of the bigger plot twists of the game, aka Munkar was the biggest traitor in anime history. aka top 10 anime betrayals. Okay. Now it's time to kick his freaking ass for all the shit he's put us through and for all that he's done. Sit your ass down!
Don't rush. Keep your cool. We did it!
Get off me!
What's kind of hilarious is that you don't even need to kill him necessarily.
Why did you change sides? Why the back off?
You're as blind as you were then. I've wanted you dead for years.
What's happening? Is the Bionis moving?
I wanted to get to Monado so I could be the new hero.
Is that it? That's the puerile reason you killed all those innocent people! Ravaged our home!
I love this body. The power! Dunmans, you'll never win! Get on your knees and worship me!
Never. I will strike you down and all that you have become, you wretched fool. The Monado will stop you, and then you will know the shame of all that you have done, traitor!
Shut your mouth and come on!
that light?
Whoa. A gold Mechon.
What the? It's not like the other Mechon.
You are right, heir to the Monado. This is the strongest Mechon ever built. Controlled by me, Egil, leader of Mechonis, an agent of Mayneth.
Leader of Mechonis? So you're the one who controls the Mechon?
I am he. We fight to free the world from the tyranny of the Bionis.
Why? Why do you trap bombs in machines? What do you want from us? Why make us fight for you?
Your questions do not concern me. I must return with this one.
Fiora! Get your hands off her! Fiora!
If you want her, come and get her. You are more than welcome on Mechonis.
Come and visit any time, Dunban!
Munka! We're coming! And we won't give up!
Find us, Monado, Sword of the Bionis. We will meet you on the battlefield.
Fiora! We will find you!
So, Egil, aka the leader of Mechonis, decided to show his pretty little face. Good lord, he looks scary, that is for certain. But I'm sure we'll be able to beat him to a bloody pulp soon enough.
Shulk.
Jeez. Get it together, Shulk. We ain't got time to be hanging around here. I don't know what's happened to her, but that was Fiora. No doubt about it. You know what that means? She ain't dead. We gotta get her back.
Get her back. Right. We've come too far to give up now.
Then we'll go to Mechonis and find Fiora.
Just beyond there lies Sword Valley. The Mechon flew in the direction of Galahad Fortress. Fiora may be there. Will you pursue, Shulk?
Yes. We will get Fiora back.
Sounds good to me. Also, don't worry, I will be running Banjo-Kazooie again soon enough. In fact, I did do so this past week, but I only streamed for about 2 hours. And the reason for that was just due to the fact that I was just stuck in early game. I was in early game rut. Hopefully the next time I run the game, it won't be as bad. But you never know. Fingers crossed, and let's just think positive and pray that everything works out. Anyway, welcome everyone to our next major destination, which we're not going to really be getting too far into today, considering that we're about 2 hours and 45 minutes into this session, and now is a good point to get ready to take care of some unfinished business.
Oh, what the...
Is all that big sword? Oh, if he's, then ouchie ouch!
The sword of the Mechonis.
The entire valley below. The whole thing is its sword.
Something seems unnatural.
What do you mean?
Look, that flowing light. From the way it glows, it has to be ether. But it looks like it's being drawn in by something.
By the fortress. It should just be up ahead.
Father once told me that the Mechonis absorbs the ether of the Bionis and uses it for sustenance.
So the Mechonis feeds off ether? Then undoubtedly the ether serves as the Mekon's energy source as well.
That seems like the most logical explanation out there. And he may actually be right in that regard. Who knows? The only way to find out is to head to Mechonis and figure that out for ourselves. AKA the place where Fiora was forcibly taken to. And not just her, but also Egil and also Munkar. No problem. I'm glad that you enjoy my streams. Anyway, welcome to Sword Valley. Sword Valley is the bridge between Bionis and Mechonis.
It looks so big, even from this distance. The fortress must be enormous.
Galahad Fortress, the frontline base of the Mekon. The Mekon that attack Bionis must all come from here.
Then there's a high probability that he's there. The golden Mekon that took Fiora. We're about to enter the Mekon stronghold. If there's anyone who wants to turn back now...
Shulk, friend should no split up. No leave friend behind. Ricky's scared, but Ricky won't go too.
Ricky.
He's right. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Anyway, before we can even start making our way through Galahad Fortress within Sword Valley, looks like we're going to be encountering something pretty interesting.
What's that?
A supply convoy.
So it is.
It would be most unwise to proceed without restocking our supplies.
You arranged this for us.
Hey,
It's Dixon!
Dixon!
Looks like you lot have been having fun without me. Heard you took care of that faced Mekon.
What are you doing here?
I got wind of some allied force coming together a few days back. I stepped up as the representative of the Homs. Then a little birdie told me you lot were heading for Galahad Fortress.
Cool,
So
yeah.
I thought I'd drop by and say hello. I've got a whole stack of new equipment. Want some?
Yeah! I was hoping for some new stuff.
Hold it, Ryan. You know it's gonna cost you.
You cheap old man.
I mean, that is perfectly fair. This is technically a supply base, after all. So, let's see what you got for sale. At this point in the game, you can now purchase some anti-Mekon weaponry. So, whenever you equip someone with an anti-Mekon based weapon, they'll be able to damage Mekon without having the need to be enchanted by the Monado first. But honestly, after a certain point in the game, you really shouldn't even bother equipping anti-Mekon based weapons. At least in my honest opinion. But if you want to clear out Mekon more quickly, then by all means go for them, but it's entirely up to you. I never really felt the need to purchase any Mekon based weapons, except for obviously adding them to my inventory, and so adding them for cosmetic weaponry, if you know what I mean. Which I might give everyone anti-Mekon based weapons when it comes to their cosmetic weapons. But their actual weapons obviously will be remaining the same. So again, if you want to purchase some anti-Mekon based weapons, you can do so there. Without any sort of issues whatsoever.
Hey there.
Alright. let's tell you exactly what we've been through. And let me tell you, we've been through a lot. Yeah, I agree. Banjo and Kazooie, it is cool to see that they were added into Smash Ultimate as DLC. I have not purchased the DLC Fighter Pass, at least the first one or the second. And honestly, I don't really plan to anytime soon, just because.
Fiora? You mean Dumban's sister?
Yes.
So that's why you're all looking so down. I can't believe they're sticking Homs into those faced Mechon. Looks like they weren't just eating us.
They made Mumkar into one. He was the one who attacked Colony 9.
Oh, and there was me thinking he snuffed it in that battle.
Aren't you surprised?
Did he attack Colony 9? I don't know what drives those Mechon. I've given up trying to figure them out. It don't surprise me one bit. Still, Mumkar as well, eh? Things are getting interesting.
How
Sorry?
so?
Oh, nothing.
It is time for us to return. I would like to continue providing assistance, but my help is required in assembling Homs for the Allied force. There are also my duties as seer to consider.
Seems
then I'll
fair.
be off too. You lot should be all right getting Fiora back. In the meantime, we'll be getting ready for battle.
Thanks for coming this far. We'll be fine. We can handle ourselves.
Galahad Fortress is a key position for the Mechon. You can't just rush in, all guns blazing.
Agreed. We will infiltrate via the ether inlets. If I'm right and the Mechon do feed off ether, then we're sure to find some form of influx channel. Our objective is to reach one of those channels.
Don't go dying on me, Shulk.
I won't. You take care as well.
Cheers.
Alrighty, see you guys around.
Looks like it's just us.
Right. We head for the hilt of the sword. Galahad Fortress.
Okay.
One year on. Now, at last, we will seize our destiny. Isn't that right, Shulk?
So another has appeared with the ability to wield the Monado. But why would Zanza release the Monado? He surely knows it would become a double-edged sword. Yet he relinquishes it to that mere child. And the face escaped my control and acted alone. Now that the Monado has been freed, it appears the usefulness of the faces has come to an end. Although, perhaps there are still things to be learned from having them challenge the boy.
I wonder what he could mean by that. Perhaps there's more to this than meets the eye. So, now at this point we can start making our way through Galahad Fortress. I believe if you try to start making your way through the place without talking to Dixon first, then Shulk will be like, we better tell Dixon what's been going on, and he'll automatically turn back. So, at this point now, what I'm going to do here is, I think I will go ahead and start calling it a session, but first, before I do, let's see if I can do anything else first. Probably not. Let's see here. Can I do a quick quest? Probably that one. This one shouldn't take too long. So, the reason why I'm not proceeding through Galahad Fortress yet is simply due, in part, that I want to take care of some quests that I've been gathering up for a while, and I figured the next session is a good time as any to start gathering or start completing all the quests I've been gathering up all this time. It is going to take a while to complete all the quests I gathered. In fact, I foresee myself more or less completing about as many quests as I accept. So, it's gonna take a while. One thing I will say is that despite that, the only thing I'm gonna really say about the remaining quests here is, even though I'm going to be dedicating the next session to completing some of the quests, I'm not going to be going after every single one that I currently have on my list, and even some of the ones that I've added to my list recently, simply because I want to show off more of the game within a timely manner.
I can see that you're in pain.
Nothing can beat Ricky.
Dunban, you're embarrassing Ricky.
That's cute. Quite a funny little conversation between Dunban and Ricky. Small fry. That's funny. Alright. Another monster quest taken care of. Can you please let me get the damn chest? Thank you. That took a lot longer than necessary. That is for sure. So, you may be wondering, why is it that I'm not going after this quest that I'm currently tracking? Well, I noticed a red orb around this particular bin here, and I thought maybe I could just jump and grab the dot, but apparently not. So, I figured, might as well go ahead and take care of some other quests while I'm over here. This also will help with reducing the amount of quests that we have to take care of in the next session anyway. And let me tell you folks, there's a lot of quests that we have to do. Plus some new ones that have technically opened up around this point in the story. So, might as well, am I right? And besides, taking care of the next couple of quests here really shouldn't take too long. And I figured this is a good point to start taking care of a couple of things here and there. I was like, wait, wasn't there supposed to be a red orb around here? Thankfully it's right here, so coolio. And funny enough, that red orb was just a monster egg. I believe that thing only spawns when you accept the corresponding quest. Goodbye.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
Okay. So, I believe this quest we need to get a particular item that only spawns from the scout hood or hood right here. There is a fairly decent number of them in this area, which is pretty nice. So, hopefully it won't take too long to get what we need, but knowing my luck though, and the way things have been so far, it might take a while. As I believe this item that I'm looking for only spawns from silver chests, or they may have a very low % chance of spawning from a regular wooden chest. Here we are.
Ricky like fighting easy monsters.
Still not what I'm looking for. That is unfortunate. Alright. Looks like we're going into a little bit of overtime here. Thankfully, it won't be too much longer.
I can see pushing you at all.
Nice. Hood plank. Just 2 more.
But don't drop your guard. I don't have time for small fry.
Goodbye.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
Nice, that's 4. Only 1 more to go. I will say this, I really am thankful with quality of life improvements that this version of the game has, which allows you to track quests a hell of a lot more easily versus before, where you're basically running around like a headless chicken. And let me tell you, playing the original Wii release and trying to complete quests, it was a pretty big pain in the ass. It really was. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's press on.
Well, that's unfortunate. Still not what I'm looking for. Well, there's still plenty more of these things around here anyway, so not that big of a deal. Plus, it looks like there's another sort of quest opportunity just around here. There we go. Another quest down. Sweet. I kind of wish I could get whatever items I want from any chest. But I think that would make things a bit too easy. And getting certain items to spawn can be a bit of a pain. So if you really are struggling to get the item that you are looking for, one thing you can do is get something like this to spawn, save the game, and essentially save scum the chest. It's pretty easy to do. First, let's open and see what we got. Not what I'm looking for, so all we really have to do here is just reload the game. And upon doing so, the chest will still be there. However, the enemies respawn. Still not what I'm looking for. That's unfortunate. Honestly, save scumming may be a bit of a cheap tactic, but if you're trying to get your hands on certain materials, you kind of need to do this if you want to get everything you need within a timely manner. It is pretty damn annoying, especially if you keep getting the wrong items. But eventually we will get our hands on what we need. God damn it. Screw it. Let's just see if I can get another one of these things to frickin' spawn. Nope. Nothing here. Next.
The enemy's weak, but don't drop your guard. I don't have time for small fry.
Okay, can we finish this quest, like, immediately? That would be great.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
Alright. There we go. Finally. God damn. That was annoying as crap. But at the very least, this quest is finally freaking done. And we can finally get ready to close this session for today. As the next session, like I said, we are going to be dedicating it to completing some of the side quests that we've been gathering up all this time, and take on several more. And in the session afterwards, we will progress through the story a bit. Got all materials? Wow. Coolio. So after completing this quest, this bridge is now successfully repaired. And as a result of that, we can now cross the bridge at our leisure, which is sweet. And the bridge will stay assembled like this for the remainder of the game. So that is awesome. And also, it's a good opportunity to mark that location regardless, because it allows you to gain some additional landmark experience. Whee! Splash. Now then. Time to get this asshat over here. Come on. You know you want to fight me. Come on. Come over here. Oh my god, seriously? There we go. Finally. Okay, this particular battle can be a bit of a pain. Mainly it's due to the river constantly pushing against you the entire time. But, regardless, once you get him taken care of, you don't need to worry about him anymore. Okay. Alright. So, like I said, this is going to be one of those moments where I'm just going to go ahead and end today's session. I know I said I was going to end it a bit earlier, but oh well, it is what it is. So with that, folks, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, we're going to be taking care of a whole bunch of side quests in this game. And let me tell you, we've gathered up a lot of them. And let me tell you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a hell of a party and a hell of a task trying to complete all these quests. But it is worth it. Trust me, it really, really is. So, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time for more fun of Xenoblade Chronicles. Bye!